Our top focus on 11 Live remains the Chennai story, where there's no end to the political drama, political deadlock in Tamil Nadu. Governor Vidyasagar Rao, who finally reached Chennai earlier today, was called on first by O. Paneerselvam and then by Sasikala. During his meeting with the governor, OPS said that he wants to withdraw his resignation as he was allegedly forced to step down. Later, Sasikala first paid tributes to Jayalalitha at her memorial in Marina Beach, and then she met the governor. In the meeting, she staked claim to form the government in the state. After the two meetings, the governor sent the report on the current political situation in the state to President Pranab Mukherjee and the centre. Sources tell India Today that the governor is unlikely to take a decision soon. He may wait till Supreme Court verdict in the disproportionate assets case.
மாண்புமிகு இதயதேவ புரட்சித் தலைவி அம்மாவுடைய நல்லாசியோடு மாண்புமிகு அம்மாவுடைய வாழ்த்துக்களோடு நாங்கள் அண்ணன் கழகத்தினுடைய அவைத்தலைவர் மரியாதைக்குரிய மதுசூதனன் அவருடைய தலைமையிலே நம்முடைய தமிழகத்தினுடைய ஆளுநர் அவர்களை சந்தித்துவிட்டு தமிழகத்திலே நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கின்ற அத்தனை விவரங்களையும் விரிவாக பேசி வந்திருக்கின்றோம். உறுதியாக நல்லது நடக்கும். தர்மம் தன் வாழ்வதை சூதுக்கவும் மீண்டும் உறுதியாக தர்மமே வெல்லும்.
The battle for supremacy and the battle for the control of Tamil Nadu between Paneerselvam and Sasikala has reached new heights and has now spread to Jayalalitha's house in Chennai's Poise Garden. While Sasikala wants to retain the custody of the house, Paneerselvam has announced his intention to turn it into a memorial for Jayalalitha.
A sprawling mansion in Chennai's most posh locality. Home for 35 years to Tamil Nadu's most powerful woman. Now at the heart of a massive tussle between Amma's lieutenant and her closest confidant, both claiming to be protectors of Amma's legacy. Veda Nilayam in Poise Garden is the latest flashpoint between Sasikala and Paneerselvam. While it is currently Sasikala's residence, Paneerselvam has announced plans to make it a memorial for Jayalalitha.
அக்காவுக்கு பிடிக்காதவர்கள் யாரெல்லாம் இருக்கின்றார்களோ அவர்கள் இன்றைக்கு அனைவரும் அவர் கூட தான் இருக்கிறார்கள். அனைவரும் மாண்புமிகு அம்மா அவர்கள் குடியிருந்த அந்த கோயிலான வேதா இல்லத்தில் தான் இருக்கிறார்கள். இது யாருக்கு செய்த துரோகம்?
Number of people who are coming out and screaming slogans against O. Paneerselvam.
Paneerselvam's announcement led to massive protest from Sasikala's supporters.
He is a political scoundrel, Ponni Paneerselvam. He is a cheated fellow.
Sasikala's claim to Poise Garden may not withstand legal scrutiny if it comes to a situation that the matter is taken to court.
If there is no will, the property will go to the kith and kin of the deceased. If there is no will, Sasikala cannot claim any property of the deceased.
India Today is the only channel to have had access to the iconic house. Footage captured during a raid in 1997. Jayalalitha bought the house in 1967 and named it after her mother, Vedavalli. It is officially valued around rupees 50 crores. But that is not why Paneerselvam and Sasikala are fighting over it. The tussle is for Jayalalitha's legacy, an attempt by both leaders to prove their proximity to Jaya and project themselves as the rightful heir. With Akshay Nath in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
The political slugfest has intensified between O. Paneerselvam and Sasikala for Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's chair. While O. Paneerselvam has decided to draw the first blood, he has now launched an all-out war against Chinnamma, accusing her of betraying former Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha.
From a quiet, easygoing politician, Paneerselvam has turned into a crafty neta, all ready to fight it out. The caretaker CM has struck at the rival camp with some very calculated moves. A day after being unceremoniously sacked as the party's treasurer, OPS got back at Shashikala. First, he wrote a letter to the Bank of India asking it to not let anyone else operate the party's account without his consent and instructions. Paneerselvam's next attack on Shashikala was even more deadly. He said he will pass a government order to convert Boys Garden into a Jaya Memorial. Amma's iconic home for 35 years, the centre of AIADMK politics, is now occupied by Shashikala. And that was not the end of Paneerselvam's strategic strikes during the day. He summoned the Chief Secretary and State DGP to seek the transfer of the Chennai Police Commissioner, suspecting that he was acting on Chinnamma's orders.
O. Paneerselvam has decided that he is going to move from silent mode to a more aggressive one. In the last few days, we have seen O. Paneerselvam not only being vocal, but also showing who's the boss. And this has not gone down very well amongst Team Shashikala. Cameron Shrimurthy, Rohini Swamy in Chennai for India Today.
Shifting focus to the other big story of the day, the Supreme Court today awarded 1 year imprisonment to Gopal Ansal, one of the two real estate brothers accused in the Uphaar fire tragedy. The apex court, in a majority verdict of 2:1, asked Gopal Ansal to surrender within 4 weeks to serve the remaining jail term of the 1 year punishment. However, the Supreme Court gave relief to elder brother Sushil Ansal, considering his advanced age, by giving him the jail term already undergone by him. The majority verdict, pronounced by Justices Ranjan Gogoi and Kurian Joseph, said that a fine of 30 crore rupees each imposed on Sushil Ansal and Gopal Ansal by the apex court earlier was not excessive. Meanwhile, activist Neelam Krishnamurthy, who lost her 2 teenage children in the 1997 tragedy, has said that the judgment has shaken her faith in judiciary.
बिल्कुल खुश नहीं। मैं सोचती मैंने बहुत बड़ी गलती कर दी। मुझे उसी दिन बंदूक लेके इन लोगों को मार देना चाहिए था और मेरे इस पूरे जुडिशियल सिस्टम से बिल्कुल विश्वास टूट गया है। इट्स नॉट वर्थ कमिंग टू द कोर्ट्स, क्योंकि ये है कि इस देश में जो अमीर और गरीब लोग हैं, दे डोंट एंजॉय इक्वल राइट्स। आई थिंक जो अमीर लोग हैं, दे हैव एंजॉय सम स्पेशल राइट्स which has given them the right to kill the children of ordinary people and get away with murder by paying some money, and the courts have endorsed this today.
From judiciary, let's shift focus to politics, where Prime Minister Modi's raincoat barb at his predecessor Manmohan Singh has turned an all-out war between the BJP and the Congress. After Congress's heavy criticism of Modi's comment, BJP President Amit Shah has asked Congress to recall what Sonia Gandhi called Modi in the past. He reminded Congress of Sonia Gandhi's Maut Ka Saudagar comment. He also said that Sonia Gandhi should not forget what she said against Prime Minister Modi. Stepping up the ante against Prime Minister Rahul Gandhi also said that he lacks the basic manners to talk about a man who was once the Prime Minister of this country. Listen in.
बाथरूम में रेनकोट पहन करके नहाना, ये कला तो डॉक्टर साहब ही जानते हैं और कोई नहीं जानता।
मनमोहन सिंह जी ने 10 साल इस देश के लिए काम किया। शायद पहले ही प्रधानमंत्री है नरेंद्र मोदी जी, जो दूसरे प्रधानमंत्रियों के बारे में तमीज से नहीं बोल सकते।
राहुल बाबा, आपकी माता जी ने मोदी जी के पास लिए क्या शब्द प्रयोग किया था, वो याद करिए, वो याद करिए। राहुल बाबा, जब सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक हुई तब आपने कहा, मोदी जी आप खून की दलाली करते हो, याद है या भूल गए हो?
Tennis star Sania Mirza has been served a notice by the Income Tax Department. An explanation has been sought on why she has not paid her taxes. Summons have been issued by the department asking her to appear in person or through an authorized agent by the 16th of February. According to sources, the matter concerns tax evasion of an amount of 1 crore rupees, which Sania received on July 2014 as brand ambassador for the state of Telangana. The tennis star has been asked to pay nearly 20 lakh rupees. She has also been directed not to leave the country without permission. News with that, it's a wrap on 11 Live, but stay tuned to India Today because up next is our entertainment show In the Club with Sushant Mehta.